Alright, if I'm going to start this review off, I'm going to start it off by being serious here. I am not going to compare this movie or any other teen romance movie to the T word anymore. Things are given power because people talk and think about them. So if we stop talking about it and thinking about it and comparing things to it, that franchise will eventually just go away like it should. Now let's review a movie here. Beautiful Creatures. So Beautiful Creatures is a teen romance movie in which there's this one chick, she's a caster or a witch. She's about to turn 16, which means she's going to either become good or evil. Yeah, no choice here. She's either going to become a good chick or regular chick. I was like, all right, teen romance movie. I know what to expect from these by now, so let's just go into it and see what happens. Gotta be honest with you, the movie was actually pretty enjoyable. 5 to 10 minutes into this movie, you're like, okay, so this script actually has pretty clever dialogue. So in that, you can enjoy it. And then you meet Jeremy Irons, who's awesome. He's like Count Dracula, but Jeremy Irons, who probably didn't even know he was being filmed, so it's just all badass. I like his character a lot because he's like this dark magic dude who's choosing to not be evil. So he's kind of this in-the-middle character, and he can dabble in dark magic and be kind of a dick sometimes. I love characters like that. I'm like, you're the best of both worlds. Everyone loves someone like that in a movie. And that was about the first time in this movie that it really clicked that I am enjoying this movie, is when the main kid sits down and meets Jeremy Irons. I like the dialogue so far, and then something happens where I was like, that was awesome. Then the scene ends and I was like, I dug that. I like shit like that. That's what I liked about this movie, is it wasn't too afraid to take it a little farther than most teen romance movies would take it. And yeah, you're actually rooting for these kids in this movie where you're like, okay, you're in love, I get it. I want you to succeed, and I don't want the bad magic to win because, hey, Carrie's not until later this year. Let's save the meltdown for that movie. Until then, Jeremy Irons, give us some cool lines. Emmy Rossum was in the movie. You know I'm talking about this. She is way hot in this movie. Emmy Rossum disappeared for a long time, and then she was on Shameless. I haven't seen the show Shameless. I heard it's good, but I thought she was done making movies, and then Shameless kind of brought her career back, and now she's in this movie, and she's good. I'm not just saying she's good because she's sexy as hell, which she is, and I've always thought Emmy Rossum was hot, but in this movie, she's the hottest she has ever been. Evil bitch, I love you. It's one of those things where, you know, chicks are dating these really dickbag kind of guys, and you're like, why do you date dudes like that? But I'll be honest with you, if some evil siren black magic bitch who looked and acted like Emmy Rossum in this movie ever came up to me and said, hey, let's give that a shot, I'd be like, sure. I'm just a dude. Don't hate me. Blame genetics. Some of the CGI stuff looked fake in the movie. You're like, yeah, this movie did come out in February. I see that right there with these special effects. But some of the magic shit that happens is kind of psychological too, and you kind of like it. Like when he's going towards the house and it just keeps repeating, he's on this like never-ending path. I thought, dude, Lost Woods and Zelda. I'm just glad that teen romance is kind of finding its niche, if it has one to find. Which is like, look, we don't have to sap it up. It will be a little sappy in that teen romance kind of way, but we can have good actors and a script that's not terribly shitty for a movie that is enjoyable, and we can make ourselves a movie in a genre, so boyfriends don't have to shoot themselves in the face because they're like, dude, I'm really watching this right now. This had better payoff. Like, better payoff. Yeah, that was the look of expectation right there. Just saying, it won't be like that in this movie, really. For me, what dragged the movie down is it is a bit long. It's not only long, but the movie takes a little while to get going. You're like, I get it. These two are clicking, and it's important to see them actually build, not love, but like. They have to be interested in each other, and she has her walls up, so she's gonna be a bit standoffish. Cracking through that takes an eon, let alone a half an hour of screen time. If this movie was a solid 15 minutes shorter, I'd be like, that's about where it needs to be. Doesn't change the fact that I did enjoy the performances in the movie. Jeremy Irons totally brings it in the movie. He's a badass character. Emmy Rossum's sexiness is a total bonus in a movie like this. And the two main characters actually did work well together, and I was rooting for them in the movie. So I'll actually say Beautiful Creatures is a good time. No alcohol required. All right, so what are you gonna do for Valentine's Day? What are your plans? Whether or not you have a date doesn't matter. You're probably doing something today. So whatever you're doing, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.